Counting lost days, ripped away. Judgment Day, time to pay for the lives you betrayed. Sacrificed for power play, then gaslit me to run away. Follow the weak-minded who broke you when it served your purpose and knew your word wasn't worth shit. You a card, can't come to terms with your decision that cost. Bonds and blood and ticking clocks want the respect, but it can't be bought. Weak, pathetic sheep thought you could keep power and control. You stole fucking call. Out of control. Seeking lies, locked on target, unknowing intention of blowing his reputation and growing new fields with stolen seeds. Harvest the purpose his life needs to succeed, to breathe. Took his will to be. Swap love you promise with undeserved treachery. Not out of necessity, but of cowardice and greed. Sons without a dad that they have lost them more than anyone has. Patiently waited for her to pull her head out of her ass, until the damage she was doing begin to choke out their golden paths they would have had. But her ego and fear she mistook for a plan. So we realized with her head hung low that this time she didn't grow. Didn't pay attention to the ones who she's thrown out with the bad water to preserve her throne. She never sat out alone. Cheap words she couldn't bring, she left him in silence. Silence cut so deep, worse than violence. Weapon of choice for the one who stole the voice of masochistic rule over the boys. Hide in their pain so she didn't have to feel it. She made it obvious that she didn't want to deal with it. So they grew up learning how to fake smiles, like she faked their life and faked being a mother to the child, while alienating dad, maternity defiled. Lied so Jay couldn't get a fair trial, and acted like a victim the whole while. He knew that the damage her actions would do to the ones they should protect would be impossible to undo. That what made her feel needed was sick and proved she was beyond broken and would break them too. She left him no choice, and he knew what he would have to do. Weak, pathetic sheep thought you could keep power and control. You stole fucking control. Out of control. Seeking lies, locked on target, unknowing intention of blowing his reputation and growing new fields with stolen seeds. Harvest the purpose his life needs to succeed, to breathe. Took his will to be. Swap love you promised with undeserved treachery. Not out of necessity, but of cowardice and greed. He kept his hands to himself somehow, full faith that it would be alright now. Left it in God's hands, and it was wise. He did everything he could and more. Now he can hear her cry as she dies. Pays for her crimes. It's her eternal life, not a single tear in his eyes. The boys knew it was their last goodbye. They never looked back and got back their lives. Loved and disciplined and taught wrong from right. They survived her in the poison of her lies. She left a hole on all of them with the selfish, unwise, assumptive and cruel failure she justified. Judgment Day was her last. He told her the truth that she refused and denied. Finally the smiles on their faces held pride. Only a father can create a mother denied. She failed at everything and faked her whole life. The villain she made him out to be was easier to deal with than the monster she turned out to be. And every stolen memory and hijacked authority, just like her own mother who burned next to her eternally. Both bullies bound, burning and regretting, never calling alienation parenting.